My wife's girls' night was actually with him. The stranger's text message revealed everything, and now our marriage is over. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel, and I am 34 years old. My wife, let's call her Audrey, is 32. We have been married for 6 years, but we have been together since college, so it feels like a lifetime. I am writing this because, well, my life has just been turned completely upside down in the last week, and I honestly do not know what to do. I am hoping some of you Reddit folks can give me some perspective, because right now I am just reeling. So Audrey and I, we have always been pretty solid. We met in our freshman year of college, started dating sophomore year, and it just always felt right. We are best friends, we laugh together, we support each other's careers. We bought a house together about 3 years ago in the suburbs, and we have talked about kids, maybe in a year or two. Everything seemed to be going according to plan, the perfect little life we had envisioned for ourselves. Recently, though, things have felt a little off. I cannot quite put my finger on it, but Audrey has been different. She has been going out more, which is not unusual. She has a close group of girlfriends from high school, and they like to get together every few weeks for what they call girls' night. I have always been totally supportive of this. I mean, everyone needs time with their friends, right? I hang out with my buddies, she hangs out with hers, it is a healthy balance. Or at least, that is what I thought it was. Lately, these girls' nights have become more frequent. Like, instead of once every few weeks, it was becoming once a week, sometimes even twice. And they were lasting longer, too. Audrey would go out on a Friday night and not get home until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Again, I tried not to think too much of it. I mean, maybe they were just having a lot of fun, catching up, you know how it is. I trust Audrey implicitly, or at least I did. Last Saturday, though, things took a really weird turn. I was at home, just chilling, watching some sports on TV. Audrey was supposed to be out with her friends, girls' night again, surprise, surprise. Around 10 in the evening, my phone buzzed with a text message. It was from a number I did not recognize. Usually, I ignore texts from unknown numbers, probably just spam or something. But for some reason, this time, I decided to open it, and what I read completely floored me. The text message was short, just a few lines. It said, "Hey, I think you deserve to know. Your wife isn't really with her girlfriends tonight. She's at the Blue Moon bar with a guy named Leo. They look pretty cozy." My heart instantly started pounding in my chest. My first reaction was to dismiss it. Spam, right? Or maybe a wrong number, or some kind of sick joke. But then a seed of doubt started to creep into my mind. The Blue Moon bar, that is not exactly where Audrey and her girlfriends usually go for their girls' nights. They usually stick to places closer to home, the usual neighborhood spots. The Blue Moon is downtown, kind of a trendy, upscale place. It just did not add up. I tried to shake it off, tell myself I was being ridiculous. Audrey would never do anything like that. We have a great marriage, she loves me, I love her, end of story. But the text message kept nagging at me. The words "pretty cozy" kept replaying in my head. What did that even mean? Was it just some innocent flirting? Or was it something more? I paced around the living room for a good 10 minutes trying to decide what to do. Should I call Audrey? No, that would be weird, right? Hey honey, just checking in, are you really with your girlfriends? Because some random stranger just texted me saying you are with some guy named Leo at the Blue Moon. That would make me sound like a crazy, jealous husband. And I am not like that. I trust Audrey, or I want to trust her, but the doubt was just eating away at me. I could not sit still. Finally, I made a decision. I was going to go to the Blue Moon just to see. Just to put my mind at ease. I told myself I would just drive by, take a quick peek, and if Audrey was not there or if she was there with her girlfriends, then great, I would laugh it off and forget the whole thing. But if she was there with some guy, well, I did not even want to think about that, so I jumped in my car and drove downtown. The Blue Moon is about a 20-minute drive from our house. The whole drive, my stomach was in knots. I kept telling myself I was being paranoid, that I was overreacting, that everything was going to be fine. But deep down, I had a really bad feeling. I got to the Blue Moon and parked a block away. I did not want to park right in front, just in case. I walked towards the bar, trying to act casual like I was just out for a stroll. As I got closer, I could hear the music and the chatter from inside. I peered through the front windows. The bar was pretty crowded, dimly lit, typical Saturday night scene. It took me a few moments to scan the crowd, trying to spot Audrey. And then I saw her. There she was, sitting at a table in the corner, laughing and talking. And she was not with her girlfriends, she was with a guy. Leo, I presumed based on the text message, and they were definitely cozy. They were sitting very close together, their shoulders touching. He had his hand on her arm. She was leaning in towards him, smiling. It was like something out of a movie, except it was my life. My heart sank. It felt like someone had punched me in the gut. I stood there for a moment just staring in disbelief. This could not be happening, not to me, not to us. I watched them for a few more minutes just to make sure I was not imagining things. But no, it was real. It was Audrey, my wife, laughing and flirting with another man. And it was not just innocent flirting. There was something intimate about it. The way they looked at each other, the way they touched. It was like they were in their own little world, completely oblivious to everyone else around them. Including me, her husband, standing outside watching them. I felt a mix of emotions wash over me. Shock, disbelief, anger, hurt, betrayal, but mostly just a deep, crushing sadness. The perfect little life I thought we had built, it was all crumbling before my eyes. And it was all because of her, because of Audrey. I could not bring myself to go inside. I just stood there for a few more minutes feeling numb. Then I turned around and walked back to my car. I drove home in a daze, my mind racing, trying to process what I had just seen. I felt like I was in a nightmare and I was waiting to wake up, but this was not a dream. This was real. My wife was cheating on me, and my whole world was falling apart. When I got home, Audrey was not there yet. I went inside, poured myself a stiff drink, and sat down on the couch. I waited for her to come home, my mind swirling with questions and accusations. What was I going to say to her? How was I going to confront her? Was she going to deny it, lie to my face? I did not know what to expect. Around 1:30 in the morning, I heard the key in the door. Audrey walked in, looking a little flushed and giggly. She saw me sitting on the couch and her smile faltered slightly. "Hey," she said a little too brightly, "you still up?" I just stared at her, my heart pounding in my chest. I could smell alcohol on her breath. She was definitely drunk, or at least tipsy. "Where were you?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "Out with the girls," she replied, avoiding eye contact. "We went to a new place downtown. It was fun." "Really?" I said, my voice getting louder now, anger starting to bubble up inside me. "A new place downtown. Was it called the Blue Moon?" She froze. Her eyes widened slightly. She finally looked at me, her smile completely gone now. How did you know that?" she stammered. "Because I was there, Audrey," I said, my voice shaking with rage and hurt. "I saw you with him, with Leo." Her face went pale. She did not say anything for a moment, just stood there staring at me like a deer caught in headlights. Then she started to cry. "Daniel, I can explain," she sobbed. "Explain what, Audrey?" I said, standing up and walking towards her. "Explain how you were laughing and flirting with another man while telling me you were out with your girlfriends. Explain how you were holding his hand and leaning into him like you were in love. Explain how you completely betrayed my trust and destroyed our marriage." She just kept crying, tears streaming down her face. She did not say anything, just stood there sobbing, looking at me with those big, tearful eyes. And in that moment I felt something inside me break. All the love, all the trust, all the hope I had for our future, it all shattered into a million pieces. "Who is he, Audrey?" I asked, my voice softer now but still full of pain. "Who is Leo?" She hesitated for a moment, then whispered, He's just someone from work." "Someone from work," I repeated, incredulous. "Is that all? Just someone from work? Because you sure did not look like you were just discussing spreadsheets and deadlines with him. You looked like you were having an affair." She finally admitted it. Between sobs and sniffles, she confessed that she had been seeing Leo for a few weeks. "It started as just flirting at work," she said. "Then they started going out for drinks after work, and then, well, you know the rest." She claimed it was a mistake, that it just happened, that she did not mean for it to go this far. She said she still loved me, that she did not want to lose me, that she would break it off with Leo immediately if I would just forgive her. Forgive her, after what she had done. After lying to my face, after sneaking around behind my back, after betraying my trust in the most profound way possible. Could I ever forgive her? Could I ever look at her again without seeing her laughing with Leo at that bar? Could I ever trust her again after she had so completely shattered my faith in her? The answer, I knew deep down, was no. I could not forgive her, not for this. This was not just a minor mistake, a little slip-up. This was a deliberate, calculated betrayal. She had made a conscious choice to lie to me, to deceive me, to cheat on me. And that was something I could not overlook, something I could not move past. So I told her that it was over. That I could not stay married to someone who had so completely disrespected me and our relationship. I told her that I wanted her to move out, that I wanted a divorce. She was devastated, of course. She begged me to reconsider, pleaded with me to give her another chance. She promised she would do anything to make it up to me. She cried, she screamed, she even got down on her knees and begged me to forgive her. But my mind was made up. It was too late. She had crossed a line that could not be uncrossed. She had broken something that could not be repaired. That was last Saturday night. Since then, things have been a blur. Audrey moved out on Monday. She is staying with one of her girlfriends for now. We have started talking about the logistics of the divorce, dividing up our assets, figuring out the house, all that fun stuff. It is all so surreal. Just a week ago, we were planning our future together, talking about kids and vacations and growing old together. And now it is all over just like that. Poof. I'm still trying to process everything. I go through waves of emotions: anger, sadness, confusion, loneliness. Sometimes I even feel a strange sense of relief. Like maybe this was inevitable. Maybe we were not as perfect as I thought we were. Maybe there were cracks in our relationship that I just did not see or did not want to see. I know I made the right decision, ending things with Audrey. I deserve better than to be lied to and cheated on. I deserve to be with someone who respects me and our relationship, someone who is honest and faithful. But it still hurts. It hurts like hell. Losing not just my wife, but my best friend, my partner, my whole future. It is a pain I cannot even describe. I have told a few of my close friends what happened. They are all supportive, of course. They tell me I did the right thing, that I am better off without her. But it is still hard to hear. It is still hard to accept. It is still hard to believe that the woman I loved, the woman I thought I knew, could do this to me. So Reddit, here I am, heartbroken, confused, and alone. I guess I am just looking for some advice, some support, some words of wisdom. Have any of you been through something similar? How did you cope? How did you move on? Is it even possible to trust someone again after this? I feel like my whole world has been shattered and I do not know how to pick up the pieces. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening. Should I just let it go? Is there anything I could have done differently? Am I overreacting by wanting a divorce? I just feel so lost right now. Update 1. Wow, my phone has been blowing up with notifications since I posted this last night. I honestly did not expect so many responses. Thank you all for your kind words, your support, and your advice. It means more than you know right now. Reading through your comments has been, well, it has been a lot, but in a good way. It is comforting to know that I am not alone in this, that other people have gone through similar things and come out the other side. To answer some of the common questions I am seeing in the comments, yes, I am absolutely sure she was cheating. I saw her with my own eyes, and she admitted it. There is no doubt in my mind. And no, I am not going to try to work things out with her. Too much damage has been done. Trust is completely broken. I do not see any way back from this. A lot of you are asking about Leo. I do not know much about him, to be honest. Audrey just said he is someone from her office. I do not know his last name or anything else about him. Frankly, I do not really care. He is just a symptom of a bigger problem. The problem is Audrey and her choices. Some of you are suggesting I should confront Leo or tell his wife girlfriend if he has one. Honestly, I have thought about it. Part of me wants to lash out, to make them both pay for what they have done. But another part of me just wants to move on. I do not want to waste any more of my energy on Audrey or her affair partner. I just want to focus on myself and healing and rebuilding my life. So for now, I am not planning on confronting Leo. Maybe that will change, I do not know. A few people have asked if there were any signs leading up to this. Looking back, yeah, maybe there were. The increased girls' nights, the coming home late, being a little distant sometimes. But honestly, I just chalked it up to stress at work or needing more social time. I never suspected anything like this. Audrey and I have always been so open and honest with each other, or so I thought. I guess I was just naive, too trusting. As for what happens next, I am not really sure. I have contacted a lawyer just to start the divorce process. We have a house to divide and some other assets. Hopefully, it will be amicable. I do not want to drag this out and make it even more painful than it already is. I just want to get it over with and move on. I'm also thinking about moving. Our house is in the suburbs, which was great when we were a couple, but now, living here alone, it just feels empty and sad. Every room reminds me of Audrey, of our life together. Maybe a fresh start in a new place is what I need. I am considering moving back to the city, closer to my friends and family, or maybe even moving to a different city altogether. I do not know yet. I'm still figuring things out. Thank you again to everyone who has commented. Your words of encouragement and support have really helped me get through the last 24 hours. I will try to keep you updated as things progress. And if anyone has any more advice or wisdom to share, please keep it coming. I need all the help I can get right now. Update 2. Another day, another wave of support from Reddit. Seriously, you guys are amazing. I am so grateful for this community right now. Reading your stories and advice has been incredibly helpful. It makes me feel less alone, less crazy, and more hopeful for the future. A lot of you have been asking for an update on Audrey. Well, not much has changed on that front. We have had a few brief, awkward conversations about the divorce logistics. She is still staying with her friend. She has texted me a few times, mostly just asking about practical things like mail and bills. She has not apologized again or tried to reach out emotionally. It is all very businesslike. Which honestly is probably for the best. I do not think I could handle another emotional meltdown from her right now. I did hear something interesting through the grapevine though. One of my friends who knows some people in Audrey's office told me that Leo is actually married. Married? Can you believe that? So not only was Audrey cheating on me, but she was also involved with a married man. That just makes it even worse somehow. It adds another layer of betrayal and deceit to the whole thing. I'm not sure if Leo's wife knows about the affair. My friend is trying to find out more information. Part of me thinks I should tell her. She deserves to know what kind of man she is married to. And maybe, just maybe, it would bring Audrey and Leo's little affair crashing down. But then again, maybe it is not my place to interfere. Maybe I should just stay out of it and focus on my own life. I'm still debating what to do. I have also been thinking more about moving. I have started looking at apartments in the city. It is exciting and scary at the same time. Exciting to think about a fresh start, a new chapter. Scary to leave behind the life I have known for so long. But I think it is the right move. I need to get out of this house, out of this suburb, out of this whole situation. A change of scenery might be exactly what I need to heal and move on. I have also started focusing more on self-care. I have been going to the gym more, eating healthier, trying to get more sleep. I even booked a therapy appointment for next week. I know I need to talk to someone professional about all of this. To process my emotions, to work through the trauma, to learn how to trust again. It is going to be a long road, I know, but I am determined to get through this. I am determined to come out stronger on the other side. Thank you again for all your support. You guys are truly the best. I will keep you updated on the Leo situation and my moving plans and everything else. Please keep the advice and encouragement coming. It really does make a difference. And to those of you who are going through something similar, know that you are not alone. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We will get through this, together. Update 3. Okay, Reddit, buckle up, because things have taken a turn. And not just any turn, but a full-on, dramatic soap opera level turn. Remember how I mentioned in my last update that Leo is married? Well, guess what? His wife found out about the affair, and let me tell you, she did not take it well. Apparently, someone, and I am not sure who, sent Leo's wife, let's call her Helen, an anonymous email with screenshots of Audrey and Leo's text messages and pictures of them together at the Blue Moon. Helen is understandably furious. She confronted Leo, he confessed everything, and she kicked him out of the house. And then get this, she contacted Audrey. Audrey called me last night, completely freaking out. She said Helen had called her at work, screaming at her, calling her all sorts of names, threatening to ruin her life, the whole 9 yards. Audrey was terrified. She begged me to do something to talk to Helen to make her stop. I was honestly speechless. First of all, the audacity of Audrey to call me after everything she has done and ask me for help. It is just unbelievable. And second of all, the irony of the situation. Audrey, the cheater, is now getting a taste of her own medicine. She is feeling the consequences of her actions, and she does not like it one bit. I told Audrey in no uncertain terms that I was not going to do anything to help her, that she had made her bed and now she had to lie in it, that she had caused this mess and she needed to clean it up herself. I told her that I had no sympathy for her and that I hoped Helen made her life as miserable as possible. Okay, maybe I was a little harsh, but honestly I was just so angry and resentful, and a little bit satisfied. To see Audrey finally facing the consequences of her choices, it felt good, in a twisted sort of way. Apparently, Helen did not stop at just yelling at Audrey on the phone. She also contacted Audrey's boss, an HR department at her company. She sent them all the same evidence she had sent to Leo, the text messages, the pictures, everything. Audrey is now facing disciplinary action at work. There is a chance she could even lose her job, and it gets even better. Helen also contacted Audrey's parents. She told them everything about the affair, about how Audrey had cheated on me, about how she had broken up our marriage. Audrey's parents are, shall we say, not pleased. They are very traditional, very family-oriented. They are completely mortified and disgusted by Audrey's behavior. They have basically disowned her. They have told her they never want to see her again until she apologizes to me and makes amends for what she has done. So yeah, Audrey's life is currently imploding, and honestly I am not shedding a single tear for her. She brought this all on herself. She made her choices and now she has to live with the consequences. And you know what? She deserves it. She deserves every single bit of it. As for me, I am feeling surprisingly good. Seeing Audrey's world crumble around her, it has given me a sense of closure. It is like, finally, justice is being served. She cannot just cheat on me and expect to get away with it. There are consequences for her actions, and those consequences are finally catching up to her. I know it sounds petty, maybe even vindictive. But after everything Audrey has put me through, I think I am entitled to feel a little bit of satisfaction at seeing her suffer. She destroyed my life, she broke my heart, she betrayed my trust, and now she is paying the price. And I am okay with that, more than okay with that. I am actually happy. I am still moving forward with the divorce. I found a great apartment in the city. I am moving in next month. I am focusing on my healing, my therapy, my friends, my future. And for the first time in a long time, I feel hopeful. Hopeful that I can move on from this, that I can rebuild my life, that I can find happiness again. And maybe, just maybe, find someone who actually deserves me. Thank you again to everyone on Reddit for your support and encouragement. You guys have been amazing through all of this. And to anyone out there who is going through something similar, know that you are not alone. And know that things will get better. It might take time, it might be painful, but you will get through it. And you will come out stronger on the other side. Trust me, I am living proof. The biggest lesson I have learned from all of this: actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences are exactly what someone deserves, and sometimes justice does prevail, even if it takes a little while. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.